Now tied at 1 apiece. Let's just, I don't know, if the Knicks somehow don't come out of this, what happens to Mike Brown?
Oh, it's over with. I don't.
Already? Dang, that's quick.
I know how that sounds, but I'm just going off of the Knicks organization. I mean, it's been over with for people that have been going in the proper direction all the time. It's been going great for some players, and they had to leave. I just know that organization, one, puts pressure on itself every year to start a year, and then to be so close and to have a team that we all feel like should be successful in the playoffs, built for success in the playoffs. Think about all the stuff that we did to go get Mikal Bridges. When you really think about the scope of things, the Knicks have pressure on their locker room. They have pressure on their bench. It just is what it is. So yes, especially if they lose to the Hawks right now,
who look confident.
I could totally see it happening right away.
What's more likely, Brown gets fired or Cat gets traded if they lose this series?
It could be both.
Oh, it could definitely be both.
I was like, oh, wait, hold on.
Someone's got to be the fall guy. It ain't Jalen Brunson, and it's got to be one of those two.
I can't imagine feeling like that the Knicks would lose that, though. I think that people need to understand that the game in the playoffs is totally different. We all had the Knicks dropping a game or two just because of the matchup and what the matchup entails. CJ McCollum has been one of those guys that can provide you scoring in flurries, but also late in games, understanding the moment and being able to keep your team afloat by himself at times, especially when he counts by 3. Jalen Johnson is one of those guys that gets going and understands the whole scope of the floor. If you ever look at his stat line, you can kind of predict how this game went, how everybody else played on the floor, because that's the times that he's successful. Is very contagious basketball. Understanding these things about them, and then adding Nickeil Walker-Alexander, who's been playing phenomenal. Or Alexander Walker, my bad if I said that wrong.
No, you got it.
But yeah, he's been playing phenomenal for them. And I think that their guards continue to wear and tear at the Knicks, who we know at times struggle to score. I don't know where these spells come from, but they struggle to score. And then usually they take the bait and start playing through Jalen Brunson a ton. We thought that when we saw the first flashes of them playing that 2-man game at the end, that they all had it under their pocket. But I think we all still picked the Knicks in 6 or the Knicks in 5, understanding that the Hawks were that danger team that was in the playoffs on the East side.
I didn't.
Yeah,
no,
we both got the Hawks.
They're
in
both
6.
ATL.
But you know what I'm on, Shump, so it is what it is.
Favored by 1 on the road? You like that, Lou? Knicks favored by 1?
Oh, no. Man.
I mean, you're talking about a 3-6 matchup. So, they deserve the respect that they're getting with that line. But like Shump just mentioned, man, when you have an Atlanta team that can score in flurries, they know they can get stops, and they use their ability to get stops and their defensive mindset to create points on the other end of the floor. It's going to be tough for the Knicks if they're going to continue to play slow and methodically.
Shump, appreciate the time. We know you're in a hurry because Lord knows where you're going to end up next.
My network.
I like this already.
Family Network. Chandler, I thought about this. Chandler came into Dallas in a very tough situation. He had to fit into a group of guys that were already there. But Chandler had an effect on our whole team that I've never seen before. This was when, swag and dressing for the games became very important. And Chandler came to the game. I want to say it was the first home game in the tightest jeans known to man.
Oh,
right?
my gosh.
And I've never seen it have an effect on the whole team. But from that point on, you saw guys coming in with tight jeans.
No.
Trendsetter, baby.
No.
The wrong way.
Trendsetter, the whole thing. Even Dirk went from baggy clothes to more fitted clothes. And I've never seen that before. But Chandler was great in that aspect for our team. And we need a little swag, so Chandler provided that.
Devin and those guys helping too. Dealing with Rick Carlisle is not easy. He's a great coach. He's an offensive genius, but the dude is awkward as hell. Like my first weekends when I signed Dallas, he called me fat. And I remember, so I posted.
Was this with the skinny jeans?
So, probably. Oh. So I posted a picture on my balcony with my shirt off with a pig emoji, and I was like at war with my head coach calling me fat. I
can't.
And Devin and these guys were a great resource to kind of adjust to playing for Rick Carlisle.
So you spread the disease of skinny jeans into a locker room like the second you got. Okay, all right.
Disease spreader.
Sure you are. Okay. What about Lou? Because I know you got a season with Lou as well.
I did. And the thing about Lou watching him practice every day, it was like you could see the talent that was there. And he made scoring look like something that was so easy. And just watching that every day in Atlanta was he had a stretch where I think he was scoring like 30 a night. We moved him to the starting lineup. And I was like, man, it's just, I got to take some of this stuff, that he's doing out here. But I kind of used it against him. When he went to the Clippers and I went to Dallas, I used to get matched up with Lou because I was coming off the bench. And I was like, all right, let me look at all the things that, watching him play and what he does. And let me see if I can take that away. And for a stretch in the Clippers, as soon as Lou would get off the bench, I would get off the bench. And the scouting report with Lou was like, okay, don't let him get comfortable. Definitely don't let him go left because he's lethal going left. He don't really like people getting in his space. And when you send him right, he still can score, but he's not as effective. And I literally would put this to fruition every time I played him. And I got him frustrated for like 3 years straight. Yes. And then he figured it out because Lou don't like to pass.
They don't pay me to pass, man.
They don't pay me to pass. So he got this chemistry with Harold where he was getting a pocket pass, especially going right. And it became very effective, and all that kind of went away. But it was just when you play with people and you watch what they do, and it's surgical, it's like you're really impressed by it. But then as a basketball player with competitors, I'm like, okay, now that we're not teammates, I'm going to use this information that I have.
Got to.
There you go.
And take it away. So it was fun matching up with Lou and those.
This is awesome. So I was cool and Lou was good at basketball. Thanks for coming on, Devin.
Well, I don't know that I got cool out of yours, but yeah, that's fine.
Good times, Dev. Well, let's get into some hoop, man. I got a hunch that I feel like Cooper Flagg is probably your Rookie of the Year pick. You being out in Dallas. I want you to walk me through why do you feel like he's deserving over Knipple in the Rookie of the Year running.
Yes, and it's not because I'm calling the games. It's more so because I'm watching, and I think what we're seeing, and I want to say, both these guys have had incredible rookie years, this is not taken away from Khan because I think he is equally as deserving. But when you're a number one option on a team, and you're seeing the best defenders every single night, as a 19-year-old, and you're figuring the league. You just talked about it a second ago. You talked about young guys giving them time to figure it out. I've never seen anybody figure it out quicker than he has. And I've watched Luka his rookie year. He figured it out a little bit later in the season than Coop did, but just because of that and what he brings to the game, the scoring, he's had the big scoring nights. We're comparing him to the Kobes and the LeBrons and the Michael Jordans on a consistent basis. And not to say that, Khan, incredible shooter, has had an incredible year. They're winning a lot more, but I think just the gravity that Cooper has on a night-to-night basis and what he's facing with all the injuries and the guys that he's playing with, and to still be able to put up those numbers is why he's my Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. And Devin, early on this season, Kyrie obviously was out for the season. J-Kidd had to tweak the lineups, positions, and he put Cooper Flagg at point guard initially. Like, what was your take on that whole experience? Got a lot of flack for playing him out of position. It didn't go very well early on. What was your take on that?
For sure. When I first heard it, I was like, what are we doing? Like, I didn't see the vision early on, especially with him struggling the way that he did. But in hindsight, it was really genius. And it really, got Cooper to buy in and do things a little bit quicker because he started reading everything a lot faster. But there was a lot of flack here in Dallas. Like, man, what is going on? Why are we doing this? But I think, towards the middle part of the season, we started to see how important that was. And we really saw his development really speed up.
Yeah. That was a loud story for sure.
But
there's some speculation that J-Kidd might go front office.
Just to get ready. So I think
would he do that, or do you think he remains coach?
I think it intrigues him, but I think with Cooper being in the stage that he's in the development process, I think he would rather remain as coach, and just to continue that development and that connection that they have there.
Yeah. Lottery pick coming up this year. Obviously, Kyrie will be back in the lineup. Cooper Flagg is coming into his own, and down in Dallas, you guys have had your fair share of adversity. With a loaded Western Conference, with all of those things going in your direction, you feel like this team can put a playoff push together for the next season?
I do. Just with all the injuries that we've dealt with, we haven't really seen this team whole in the last 2 years. But where we pick in this lottery is going to matter. If we draft somebody that's ready to play and impact right now, as opposed to somebody that we have to develop over the next 3 or 4 years, is going to play a big factor into that. But I would love to see what this team looks like healthy for a longer stretch, and that's something that we haven't been able to do in the last couple of years.
Devin, I want to go back to a very confusing time for all of us, when Mr. Luka Doncic was traded.